The details of what Liz Truss was saying when she was addressing the, the Margaret Thatcher Freedom Lecture at the Heritage Foundation in Washington. It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary. Does the Margaret Thatcher Freedom group not have a choice of a wide range of possible figures from the UK and beyond to address it? Or has it now got down to the point where it has to scrape the barrel and get hold of failed prime ministers to come and pontificate? And the point is, as ever with Liz Truss, there are many things that need discussing, and Liz Truss raises them all in one sentence, really. Listen to this. This is extraordinary. We're in a situation where people in our societies appear to be questioning the very value of what we are, while others are desperate to get in the country, and it's an extraordinary contradiction. We need to get real about the threat from authoritarian regimes and their unwitting allies in the anti-growth movement in the West. Try unpicking that. There's about 6 different ideas in one sentence. It is completely mixed up, and she doesn't explain it. Instead, she's moving her hands up and down, like some sort of yo-yo. I would have thought that in the time since she was sacked as Prime Minister, that she would have taken lessons in body awareness, and she would have been at least, well, I presume she has been practicing her hand movements, because there is some difference. As I said the other day, she's now got a sort of clutch movement, a sort of grab movement, which I suppose is some sort of metaphorical, desperate last grasp at the cliffs of Dover before she leaves for good. But basically, her hand jobs are as useless now as they were when she was in power. She's still basically moving her hands up and down with no great efficiency or purpose. It's just up the hand goes, down the hand goes, up the hand goes, down the hand goes, in some sort of robotic motion. She's going through some sort of motions. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. And as I say, whoever has written her script has squashed as many thoughts into one sentence as it possibly can without any desire to expand and elucidate, without any attempt to explain what she's talking about. Everything is a threat. Everything is a threat against her. They just don't like me. They just don't like me. It's deep state, deep state. Deep state is what is what the conspiracy theorists cry when they're frustrated. Liz Truss is just frustrated, and it's because she didn't manage more than 44 days. I thought she'd managed 47 or 49. I was wrong. She got round figures, 44. But then, for somebody who's not very good at maths, she only has to compute one of those digits and then just repeat it. As for the Margaret Thatcher Freedom Lecture, the only person from Liz Truss's group that would be worth hearing from would be Kwasi Kwarteng, who, number 1, is articulate, number 2 is wrong, but number 3 has a significantly more assured delivery than this erstwhile failed Prime Minister. So much better to see the author of the failure and find out what he was really thinking and what he was really doing. And he still seems to be hanging around. I mean, after all, he needs a buck, doesn't he? Doesn't he? He was saying the other day how much he needed a buck. Or at least in some sort of roundabout way, he was quite prepared to take a buck. As for Liz Truss, well, she must be making a buck with all those hand gestures. But I don't understand how. I mean, I'm sure we could find people with better hand gestures who could command a significantly higher charge. I mean, why would she get a decent fee with those hand movements? I wouldn't pay her.